Small businesses are the heart of the U.S. economy. They account for half of America's workforce and almost half of the nation's GDP. They create 2/3 of all new jobs, and they helped pull the country out of recession. Small businesses are the heart of the Association of Washington Business as well. While our membership includes the state's biggest employers, including Boeing, Microsoft, and Amazon, 90% of AWB members employ fewer than 100 people. 63% of AWB members have 10 employees or less. That's why we hit the road this summer to hear directly from small business owners about the unique challenges they face starting, running, and growing their businesses. AWB's Small Business Tour stopped in 15 cities throughout Washington, from Colville to Vancouver, Kennewick to Port Angeles, and a dozen points in between. We listened to hundreds of employers talk about their specific challenges. What keeps them up at night, what keeps them from expanding, and sadly, what makes them consider closing up shop. We heard your optimism and confidence, your strong desire to contribute to your community and the state's economy. And we heard your concerns. The rising cost of healthcare, the suffocating layers of redundant regulation.
I don't think Washington State is very business friendly.
Over the last 20 years, I have seen that it's a lot harder to operate a business in Washington State.
We need the state to work with us, not against us.
The state isn't helping me be in business. In fact, it's trying to kill me.
Every day there's a new tax or fee or regulation.
It's a major challenge just to figure out what are all the things we absolutely have to do.
I heard some stories from others about having to hire an employee just to handle the employee paperwork and paper trail and all of that. And they only had 6 or 8 employees.
With a company our size of 130 employees, a lot of times we have to go to the outside to try to figure out what the regulations are.
That's ridiculous.
We've had to hire a private company to manage that process for us because we can no longer handle that on top of, all the sales taxes and everything that's associated with doing business in the state of Washington.
You start by working out with the city, of course, and then you work with the county health department, and then the state rolls in.
We're going to be complying for a very small number of employees initially. And it's going to take all my time just to figure out how to do that.
I've spent up to an hour and a half trying to figure out how to correctly get the state of Washington $1.50 and failed and have to call them up on Monday.
I'd prefer less regulation and less taxes and simplifying the tax structure for sure.
It doesn't make sense to work as hard as small business does because you don't make as much money because everybody wants a piece of the pie.
We're not putting the money in the right place. We're putting a lot of money into taking care of other things that need to be taken care of, but they're just not going into small business support.
We should encourage people to have businesses here. We should encourage them to own a business and to have a business. And it's really, really hard to do that in the state of Washington.
These comments and many more will help form AWB's new roadmap for the 2017 legislative session. Feedback from the AWB Small Business Tour will provide the foundation of AWB's 2017 Small Business Legislative Agenda, an outline of specific actions lawmakers can take to ease the burden on our state's employers and help them grow. We know that lawmakers will be facing major challenges in the 2017 session, but they must not overlook the needs and concerns of small business owners. Passing legislation that makes it easier to start a new business or maintain and grow an existing business will strengthen the state for everyone. Small businesses are the backbone of Washington's economy. It's time they receive the support they deserve.